One of life's biggest transitions can be for seniors as they make the decision to move into an assisted living center.
So joining us now is Jodi Thomas with Quail Ridge Assisted Living Center with some tips for making that transition a smooth one. Jodi, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
This can be something that people really struggle with. They don't want to leave their homes, and so if it comes to a point where they think that they should move to an assisted living center, sometimes people fight it.
Oh, absolutely. Change is hard for the young. I mean, when you get a little older, it gets harder and harder, especially after folks have maybe been in their homes for the last 50 years.
Yeah.
You know, it's a huge transition. So basically, the transition comes after you've chosen an assisted living community. You know, you're going to choose one, get out there, look and find the best one for you. And the first thought is to keep an open mind. You know, like we see all of us, sometimes we can decide way ahead of time that we're going to hate something.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not going to like it.
And
it's not going to work. Those pants aren't going to fit. I hate those shoes. That's
that lasts for a little while, and that can really affect your experience.
Absolutely.
Can it?
So as a senior moving into a place, you have to keep an open mind, knowing that this is a choice that's happening. And so be positive about it. Go into it thinking, you know what, I'm going to try this. I'm going to open my heart and open my mind to a new experience and a new adventure.
Well, and that maybe things will be different, but maybe those differences could be something that could completely transform your life.
Absolutely. A lot of times, and again, we know some things we fight the most end up being the best things we could have ever done.
Best experiences.
Absolutely, positively. So that's the first thing, is keep an open mind. Go into it like that.
And also, once you get into a new facility, mingle.
Yeah, absolutely. Second point there, socialize. You know, you can't go into a place with a negative attitude, want to be just an old curmudgeon and sit in your room and be angry. You know, so socialize. In most places like Quail Ridge, we have social calendars. We have programs taking place. We have, you know, entertainment groups, we have book clubs, we have outings, we have all kinds of things. Also the dining experience, just simply going to the dining room to dine and to meet some people. You have opportunities to meet folks. And again, most places like ours have meet and greets, or we even, as we get to meet people as they're moving in, we get to know the personalities a little bit and try and sometimes set up, we have resident ambassadors at Quail Ridge. And so we will actually employ, if you will, a resident already living there to help with the transition of somebody new, which is really, really helpful.
Well, and that's one thing, isn't it, that seniors tend to love about living in an assisted living center, is they've been isolated in their own homes where maybe they couldn't get around, and now all of a sudden they have this world of friends.
Yes. Yes, wide open to them. Again, you made that perfect point. So many people fight coming from their homes because it's their home, but yet they haven't realized how lonely they've really, really been. And to come into an assisted living, they are joining a group of peers. You know, they're not hanging out with their daughter or their grandchildren that are younger than them. They are hanging out with their peers, people that understand their lives, what they've done, where they've been from, that are understanding if they've lost a spouse or have given up some things. Yeah, and it's really, really comforting to people, I think, to make a new friend. And there are a lot of folks out there that are fantastic and willing and ready to do that.
Now, people should ask questions. What are some of the questions that you should be asking when you
Why am I here? No.
Existential questions like that.
No, and that's when you really rely upon staff. You know, ask the questions, when are meal times? When are the activities? When do they take place? You know, how do I ask for help? What are the things in place? And again, a lot of seniors will come in and say, oh, but honey, I don't want to bother anybody. I don't want to ask, I don't want to bother.
You're there to be bothered, aren't you?
Well, that's what our organization is there to do. We are service-based. That's what these people are paying for, is a service. Ask the question, ask for help. Do that. That is what we are here for, and that's what we want to do. Don't feel bad. And that, again, that's what brings us joy as well.
Now, if somebody would like to ask questions about Quail Ridge, can they do that?
Please, please, please. Come on up for a tour at 797 Hospital Way. We are happy 7 days a week to give a tour, to come up for a free lunch. Come up and join us and see what's going on, because it's a great place.
And experience it. All right, Jodi Thomas, thank you so much for joining us.
And when we come back, we'll have your answers to our question of the day.